Yeah. And it's scars. And this one's for all the characters that have been forgotten along the way. Blood, sweat and beers. Yeah. I represent for the homeless, let down by a nation, more interested in war and invasion when children are sleeping in railway stations. No home want money, they wish they could call their mummy to put a hot meal in their tummy. So at night when the temperature drops, I'm asking you to remember what you got. These kids go home to a cardboard box, they're sole survivors, warming their hands with a flickering flame of their lighters. All their life they've been frightened, on the streets with their head down, knowing deep down inside that they've really been let down by a country that's crippled, and I thought mankind was supposed to be civil. I represent for the people, let down by a nation and left in the streets where it's evil. Little kids surrounded by knives and heroin needles. I represent for the people, let down by a nation and left in the streets where it's evil. Community outcasts, cold, tired and feeble. I represent for single mums, all alone on their own, trying to put food in their mouth for their two sons, and the father's gone, there's no cash flow, lack of income. But that's just the way it is. She counts 15 needles, pushing her pram on her way to the lift. And this is where David said it's safe to live and raise kids. She finds her way out of the block with two kids in a pram and a rip on a stain on the top. She goes to sign on just to maintain the little she's got for her kids' sake. But they'll know they'll never see a decent life, but they can dream that they'll sleep tonight. They've been hung out and left to dry. The kids are in bed and mum's left to cry. And I'm just asking, why? I represent for the people, let down by a nation and left in the streets where it's evil. Little kids surrounded by knives and heroin needles. I represent for the people, let down by a nation and left in the streets where it's evil. Community outcasts, cold, tired and feeble. I represent for the old folk that live alone, no family or kids at home. All he wants is someone to speak to, but nobody rings on the phone. He sits in the dark, no electric, and since his wife passed he can't accept it. He feels isolated, neglected, and now his council flat's infested. So he goes to the shop for his papers, with his stick and he falls in the mud. The people all around him pulled him up, but to him that's just a reminder that he's old and weak with no one to love. He sees clouds up above, another bad day in the diary. An old man to many killed by society, strangled quietly. I represent for the people, let down by a nation and left in the streets where it's evil. Little kids surrounded by knives and heroin needles. Yeah, I represent for the people, let down by a nation and left in the streets where it's evil. Community outcasts, cold, tired and feeble. Haters keep hating, players keep playing.